going on, guys? What's going on? Welcome back. Welcome back to another one. Look, I know in the last video the game I was missing was Metaphor Fantasio, but I haven't played those types of games in a long time. I stopped playing them since, oh my gosh, since Persona 3. Yeah, I want to say since Persona 3 I stopped playing Atlas games. I think the last, in my opinion, the last really good Atlas game that came out was, honestly, it was probably Riviera, The Promised Land, for Game Boy Advance. And that was a while back. So sorry if I didn't have it on the list. It's definitely on there for sure, but you know, it happens sometimes. We forget, and I'll admit that. But yeah, I haven't played those Atlas games in a long time. I like the visual art. It's just when there's games that are very similar to each other, I tend to just go to one, which in this case I would always choose Final Fantasy. But that's just me. So let's not talk about that. Today we're talking about the Switch 2. And the Switch 2, oh yeah, this traffic is backed up. Okay, we're gonna have to make a U-turn here. Yeah, the Switch 2, finally. Oh my gosh, finally, it's time. It's time we finally get a second Switch. No, I'm not talking about a refresh. I don't want to get a refresh where it has a new processor or like a bigger battery or something. Like, no, I want a proper, oh beautiful, I want a proper refresh. Updated graphics, updated screen, updated everything. So when are we getting it? I mean, I'm hoping we get it this year, coming up in 2025. When? I'm not even sure, to be honest. I'm really hoping for maybe a spring, like the Switch, like the original Switch. That'd be nice, but we don't know. We don't know when it's gonna be. Maybe it would be nice, wink wink Mario Day. But yeah, I'm excited. We're finally gonna get one, and I mean, it's been coming. It's been coming, and it's been due for a couple of years now. Expectations. I like how Nintendo went from the Wii, the idea of the switching over from the GameCube to a Wii, and then you had the nunchucks. And then it was a new way to play, and it was very nice. But then the graphics weren't the greatest, and we switched over to the Wii U. I never personally got into the Wii U. I've always preferred handhelds. Of course I like Xbox, PlayStation, but if I had to choose all day every day, a handheld. It's not even because it's portable, it's just the way I grew up. I grew up with Game Boy Advance, PSP, and so I've always been used to handhelds. So Switch, please don't get away from handheld. Stay a handheld for the second form. The Wii U started the introduction of using a... Hold on, I feel the itch. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I just happened to feel the itch, and I had to scratch it. I had to pull the wrist to be able to reach it. So the Wii U introduced the fact that you have kind of a handheld. You can only put one at a time Like, you could only put one connected to a Wii U at a time. It didn't give you the option of having two, so that way you could have multiple players, have interactive, be able to play with it on the touch screen for both players. No, it was only kept to one. They had a bunch of great games that eventually got ported over to the Switch, and it was a great console, but I never got into it. So when the Switch came out, and of course all these games are being remade for it from the Wii U, heck yeah, to me it's brand new, so it's a brand new experience. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, Yoshi, playing Mario Odyssey, and there was a lot of great games. Mario 3D, now we got the Deluxe on the Switch with the Bowside's, what is it, Inside Fury, something. But the Switch, when they came out, especially with the first Legend of Zelda, that was mind-blowing. To me, it was mind-blowing having to see like graphics on a small screen and being able to get into this huge world with so many options, and of course the typical Zelda treatments, the shiny thing over there, and 7 hours later you forgot what you were doing. So my expectation on the Switch 2 is for it to remain handheld, for it to remain the same. It just upgraded everything. I know technology has gotten better, so it is possible. Hopefully a bigger screen, not too uncomfortable for the hands, hopefully. Even though with the PS Portal, I mean, anything goes at this point. I mean, we might as well walk with 16 by 3 with 2 controllers at the ends. OLED, that is a plus if they do OLED. If they decide to do OLED again, but I don't think so. The only exchange is maybe if they remove the touchscreen. I don't know how many of you guys like the touchscreen. For me, I kind of forgot they had one. I use it very little, and most games don't really use it unless it's designed for it and put up on the store. So if they had to exchange that and then we get maybe a little bit bigger OLED screen, that sounds good to me. The controllers, of course, detachable. I find that to be amazing still to this day. Never had any issues with the controllers, so I never had any issues with stick drift on any console ever. So I don't know how it looks like, or I don't know how it acts whenever it does that, but the Joy-Cons have been a joy. I've liked it, and I still do. The only thing is, of course, you're gonna have to get grips to make it more comfortable for the hand, but that's no worries. The graphics, I'm not expecting too much. I don't want too much. Look at Legend of Zelda. Look at the newest one, Tears of the Kingdom. Look how great that game looked. I just want something that can run it. Maybe upgrade the graphics just a bit, but enough processor, enough memory to be able to run it smoothly at 60 frames. You know, that's all. Keep it comfortable. The games, I'm not sure what's gonna happen to the cartridges. I find those cartridges to be great. Flash memory, it's quick. I read online that Apparently they might be using the new Samsung SD Express cards, which transfer at a rate of about, I think it was 800 megabits per second, which is pretty fast. Yeah, it's pretty fast. So to me, honestly, I never used a SD card. I think the Switch came with a lot of memory, and I like how the games, when they install, they're not 3, 4, 5 gigabytes, and they're still enjoyable. Most of the times the games from Nintendo, they're playable from day one, and they never get an update to fix anything. So Nintendo is very on point about that, and that is a big plus. But maybe a bigger console, same form. I'm a little afraid that they'll switch it over and make it into a console, so that way they could really put like beefy graphic cards in there and a processor. But I mean, anything from Nintendo at this point, I'll take it. But those are my opinions that I think about maybe what the Switch 2 might be like. Fingers crossed, hopefully we get an announcement soon. But ooh, man, that was a dip right there. Oh man, that hurt. Well, let's see, because if they keep the game cards the same, that means backwards compatible. But maybe they just happen to have Switch 2 cartridges with, you know, only compatible with Switch 2 by running it through the software and it detecting like which console you're running. That'd be cool. There's updates that came out on the original Switch as well, like eventually being able to connect a Bluetooth earpiece. So let's see how it goes for the new Switch, but of course I imagine all that's gonna get upgraded as well. So I can't wave with this hand because I need it for my clutch. That's the thing. I feel so bad. But yeah, let's see how it goes. We'll find out very soon, and you guys take it easy. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about, what your expectations are actually on the Switch 2. You know, do you want it to be a console now? Do you still want it to be a handheld? Do you want it to be a 12-inch screen handheld? I don't know. If you guys like the video, hit the like, hit subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.